baby.
We're live.
Live.
We're live. How's it going?
Great.
Okay, so what we want to talk about today is something real simple, okay? Throughout our lives, we've come across a lot of comics. The comics we come across generally are very well known publicly. The public doesn't know about. That's Kaylee, and
Best comedians out there.
yeah, Bob's going through a little issue right now. Maybe throw something his way. I'm sure he could use it.
Yeah, the man is very ill.
He's going through a cancer situation, and
So, sir,
that is not in some way insulting to either A or an R or anything like that. He just uses and he uses it proves that it's not a racist thing because the Brooklyn is a cult. The joke goes basically something like this. It's about a football. It's from the game place, and he goes, "Hi, my name is Tony. I'm from San Francisco, tight end," and that's part of the joke. I mean, I don't at least comment on it. That's one you should absolutely check out if you can. You're on YouTube anyway. Take a look.
oh yeah, they'll have you as
Look up Bob Nelson football, and it'll come up.
They're laughing. That's all.
Another is kind of someone who's been hit a little too much.
Right, so he doesn't speak well. He's losing his
Yeah,
mind.
And the ding ding always used to pop up in a joke. I don't want to give it away because it really
You
is
just
a
have to
very
watch
funny
him.
joke.
Yes, very funny man.
So anyway, Bob never really hit his height as far as as far as I'm concerned. I personally believe that he would have been right up there with an Eddie Murphy, Sam Kinison, any of these guys. Yeah, Rodney introduced a lot of comedians. Comedians in general tend to not really be successful. Well, then you're welcome to stay in their house. They'll feed you and everything else. If you look like someone that might be some sort of competition to them, they tend to push you out the door, trying to keep you away from everything.
Right.
Instead of trying to feed off of you, I guess.
We'll be together.
Well, actually, 20 Rob.
Nice.
I think it was Rob Schneider. It was either Rob Schneider or who's the blonde haired guy? David Spade. David Spade.
Oh, David Spade.
It was either Rob Schneider or David Spade. We were talking on a show. Chris Rock. They would all kind of hang out in the back of SNL, and they would feed off of each other. And that's kind of where it was supposed to be.
Not today.
Today, when I think it started around the Carlos Mencia era, and comics started getting very guarded about the material, and that's where I think it kind of created, an animosity among comics. But getting back to Bob Nelson, anyway, Bob has a few. He has another one that's a duck joke. It's kind of long, but it's worth the wait.
It's worth the wait. Yes.
What I'd like to just point out is Bob Nelson was never really appreciated to the degree he should have been. He should have been one of the premier comics.
Right. Underrated.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Underrated, yes. Because he's one funny guy, let me tell you.
Now, I'm going the other way, and I'm going to tell you that and I've dealt with Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Lenny. Those who don't know Lenny.
Yeah.
There's a movie you should watch called Lenny. And the tagline for it is Lenny's Big Comics. And they're touted the best. Okay. Richard Pryor was touted as the absolute best comic. George Carlin, he's the thinking man's comics. But the absolute best in history, okay, as far as I'm concerned, in stand-up comedy is Eddie Murphy. The reason I say that is the Delirious album, without a doubt, is probably a debut of any comic, really. And that was his real public's debut.
Yes.
That was his movie debut.
Right.
Of any comic. There's not 3 seconds in there there's not a laugh.
Very funny man.
Yeah, in the gay scene. Michael Jackson as a tough guy. I could run through this all day long.
You have to watch it. Very
without a doubt. It's
good comedian.
So that kind of, and you have to understand that, like, an example, rock and roll, you hear about the Beatles and you hear that their songs are 3 chords and they're all really easy to play. And the reason that was so good was it was a new rhythm.
Right.
And they didn't have to be excellent. They just had to make it
Just keep-
interesting.
Make it interesting.
That's
keep
it.
right.
Make it.
That's
It just had to follow a rhythm.
Follow a rhythm.
You know, I want your hand, etc. So it just had to follow a rhythm.
Right.
And back then, again, comics really just had to shock you. It wasn't so much about, about being funny. I mean, there may be, one little quip at the end. Richard Pryor's lion story about the lion in the jungle. It's a phenomenal story.
Yes, that's a good one.
But it only has
That's
literally one tagline to it, one punchline. And I'll go you one better. A lot of people don't like this man, and I don't like him personally, but some of his comedy was phenomenal. Was Bill Cosby? He was another one. If you watch, what's the name of the stand-up? I can't think of it.
Oh, I know him. I forget the name.
Myself or something. I can't remember what the name of it.
Yeah, it's funny.
But
Yeah, so
he has a couple really good ones. And barring out all that adaptation voice, I mean, real actual content. Some of his stuff was super, but coming down to the what meets the requirements in my mind, Eddie Murphy without a doubt.
Eddie
Eddie
Murphy.
Murphy.
Got a lot of good ones out there, man. Really.
The jokes, like most comics have to take a joke and craft it and have to change it and flip it and switch it. And Eddie Murphy, it's just in his head. That all goes on right here.
Right
you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's not like he turns around and goes, okay, so this is so Michael Jackson, what can I do for this? What can I deal with this? Well, what if Michael Jackson was really tough? Okay, well, what if Michael Jackson was happy? Okay, that's not it. No. What if he was tough? Oh, that works. That's not the way it worked for him. It's just like, don't hold it against us at the moment. We will get better, I promise.
We will get better.
So for today, this was primarily about,
good comedians out there.
good comedians that weren't, I mean, we primarily, centered on Bob Nelson. But we did that because we really do appreciate him when we know he hasn't been well.
Right, and very
and if we can get a little bit of attention his way, we think that,
because we appreciate his comedy. Yeah. He was really one funny guy.
I hope he would appreciate it as much as we appreciated how many laughs he gave us.
Oh, yeah. Let's take the word. I will be hurting. Trust me.
Take a look up on YouTube. Take a look up on me. Go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
Stop laughing, believe.
Yeah, go fund me. See if he has I don't know. I really truly don't know. I should look myself and make it do it. It didn't occur to me until I just started talking to you guys. So you see that you already have a positive effect on me.
Go on.
Yeah. You got me donating somebody that I wasn't going to donate. Anyway, take a look on me. See if you find his name. His name is Bob Nelson, just like it sounds. Bob Kilby Nelson, Nelson. He's going through a colon cancer scare.
He's been fighting for the last 3 years.
And if you want, I tell you what, make him earn his money. Go look at him on YouTube. Take 2 of his jokes. Take Jazzy Jeff, is it? I think that's what it's called, a boxing Jeff.
Yeah, Boxing Jeff.
Boxing Jeff, and the other one you want to see is the football skit.
The football skit.
And go look at his money.
Yeah.
Even being sick, make him work for it.
Hey, he's doing
I'm only kidding, by the way. Bob, by the way, if you come across this, these are two.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, these are guys here who wish you absolutely nothing but the best.
See you.
And we
Get
hope
better,
that,
my man.
yeah, we hope to have some more of your common future. Anyway, have a great day, guys. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Later.
Be safe. That was cool.